Welcome to your doom. Shut it and get over here. Massive uppercuts!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the JabJab Show. Today I'm reviewing Toxic Avenger Part 4, Citizen Toxie. I've reviewed the first 1, 2 and 3, and Part 4 is the last of the Toxie films I can review. Stop panicking now, because I'll be putting all these reviews, all these trauma style things into one playlist. I'll put the link down there below for later installments, because there's more trauma stuff I'm going to look at and so forth. Toxic Avenger Part 4, directed by Lloyd Kaufman. It was released in 2001. It stars David Mattey as Toxie and Noxie, more on Noxie later. Heidi Sjursen, I'm not sure how you say her name, but she plays Sarah or Claire. That's how it's credited, Sarah/Claire. There's a little thing about, he doesn't know why the name changed from film to film, but that's who she is anyway. You've also got Trent Haaga, and you've also got the late Joe Fleishaker, and also a whole host of cameos, more on which later. So the story begins like every other Toxic sequel with a voiceover. This one is provided by Stan Lee. Yes, that's Stan Lee. He goes on to say 15 years ago, and he recounts the events of this first one, how Melvin becomes the Toxic Avenger, and makes fun of Part 2 and 3 and so on. And at the end, he announces that this, as in Part 4, is a real sequel. So that all that happens. So cut inside the school, it's a Tomerville school for the very special. They learn about bringing a Mexican to lunch day. Apparently it's a thing. So they're doing all that a lot. And there's a big gang burst in. The Diaper Mafia. They start being jerks and just shooting up the place, and just generally causing a bit of a scene. And while this is going on for a little while, then this is intercut then with a news report of what's happening, and also interviews outside with the police. A short while later, the Toxic Avenger makes his appearance in true bizarre trauma style fashion. I'm not going to spoil the fun for you, but it is quite fun how he comes to be in this film. He comes along with his sidekick Lardass, played by Joe Fleishaker. And what then follows is a series of very funny, very inventive fight sequences and set pieces and so forth. One of the Diaper Mafia members has a bomb, and he does explode, which unfortunately causes some kind of dimensional mirror effect on the world. So it creates an evil doppelganger for Toxie called the Noxious Offender. And also, Amortville becomes a bad version of Tromaville. And as things happen for the most part of the film, Toxie is mistaken for Noxie and vice versa. So you could say traumerific tomfoolery transpires. The first time I watched this film was about 10 years ago or something. It actually was about part way through as well. Me and my mate had been drinking one night. We come home, obviously a bit worse for wear. We were flicking through the channels, and it was on. It's part of the way through. It's a bit where the mayor, played by Ron Jeremy, was introducing all these bizarre superheroes, and they were being tasked to stop Toxie doing the bad stuff. But like I said before, Toxie is being mistaken for Noxie and vice versa. I didn't know all this at the time, so it didn't make a lot of sense to me. But anyway, we're both trauma fans, so we just sat down trying to make sense of what was happening on the screen. I watched this film all the way through a few months or so afterwards. I understood the story more, and also it's still presented in a trauma way of the way of telling their stories. I'm guessing if you don't not seen a trauma film before, this film sets a tone very early for Mini One, so it'll probably make or break your tolerance, if you will, to trauma films. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad film. I mean, I like it a lot. It's just it can be seen as very crude and un-PC, and it might be offensive to some people. In the director's commentary, Lloyd Kaufman talks about how inserting social commentary into the film, like he has done with all the other Toxic films. So in this one, you got the Diaper Mafia massacre. That's his response to the Columbine incident. And as a result, in the film, like the news report, they do blame rap music and video games for it. There's also, he talks about, there's a bit about the plastic surgery, how it's becoming a big thing and so forth. So that's a little aspect of the film. There's also, he keeps footage of the World Trade Center in there. You understand the film was made in 2000. It was released in the US, I think, November 2001. So obviously it's sort of fresh in everyone's mind, but he decided, let's keep this World Trade Center in. He compared his decision with Sony's decision when they changed the trailer for the first Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man film, where they changed it and got rid of the World Trade Center. The acting again is in true Trauma style fashion. You know what to expect if you've seen a Trauma film, and certainly a Toxic Avenger film. I mentioned in one of the videos and the commentary, Lloyd for one of the previous videos, he says there's two types of acting in Trauma films: overacting and overacting. So that's what we've got in this film. David Mattey plays Toxie and Noxie. He does a fine job. I think someone else voices Noxie to make him sound differently, because they've obviously got different personalities. I mean, he does a good enough job as both of them. Out of all the Toxic Avenger, the actors, I prefer Ron Fazio from part 2 and 3. On the commentary, Lloyd does mention he had a sometimes fractious relationship with Dave Mattey for various reasons, but he then talks about recognises the contribution he made, the actor made, towards the production. There's also Sarah/Claire. I mean, that's how it's credited. She's played by Heidi Sjursen, however you say your surname. She does a pretty good job. There's a bit more needed to see, with the character, and she does have a scene with the lady at one point. I'd say she's okay in it. I prefer, personally, Phoebe Legere from the previous sequels. She seems to be more rounded, more range to a character. Trauma films are very much like a repertory company for actors, as in there's several actors who appear in several Trauma films down the years and so on. So, for example, in this film, you got returning actors such as Rick Collins, Lisa Gay, Dan Snow, Mitch Cohen, who played Toxie in the first film, Mark Toggle, who played Melvin in the first film, and also returning is James Gunn. Yes, the one who directed Guardians of the Galaxy, the second one's on the way, and so forth. He started his career at Trauma. He appeared in several Trauma films before he did, made his cinematic debut as director, Slither in 2006. As well as Ron Jeremy, who plays the mayor, you've got cameos from people like Corey Feldman, Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf, Lemmy, Julie Strain, and Eli Roth, who's credited as a beautiful young boy. So you got to imagine by this film's release, the cameos involved, they know all about Trauma, they know what to expect, they know what kind of film it is, so, all the production side of things. And Lloyd on this commentary does mention various hardships, numerous issues he had while making the film. If you're a fan of Trauma and you've read Lloyd's books and what have you, you understand, the hardships of making such a film. I mean, you kind of got to love this shit, and I feel the returning actors and the people making the cameos all understand this, and it shows. They get into the spirit of things on screen. From a filmmaking standpoint, this is a little different stylistically to the previous 3 Toxic films. I found the editing a little, fast, a bit choppy, a bit erratic sometimes during the fighting sequences, and other times as well. But it's mainly the use of the split screen, which I think is used really well when it chronicles the events of Toxie and Noxie, and it's comparing the actions of both of them and so on, and they use it again towards the end as well to really good effect. Also, they keep the whole blood and prosthetics and visual effects. It's in a true Trauma style fashion, but it seems to be a bit more competent and so forth. As I mentioned earlier, I feel this film is more consistent in its Trauma style way of doing things, and so there's some really memorable set pieces, and also what the nudity and the gore and the political incorrectness. In the end, if you like your Trauma films, you're going to like this one. If you don't like Trauma films, this probably isn't going to convert you. If you've not seen a Trauma film before, this really is a sight to behold. It's probably going to be unlike anything you've ever seen. I say give it a go. This is probably the most bizarre one of the lot, but also the most consistent one since the original. I did find it good to see Rick Collins, Lisa Gay, and Mark Toggle back. And to be honest, I found some tender moments between the characters of Tito and Sweetie Honey. Seriously, or was that just me? So how do you feel about this film, or just Trauma in general? Just let me know down below in the comment section down there. And I'd say this is the last Toxic film I can review. I will be putting all my Trauma stuff into one complete, easy to manage, playlist. The link will be down there waiting for you to click on it. Let's say Trauma has made loads more films, so I'll be looking at loads more films in due course. I mean, I find them a lot of fun. They're not mean-spirited at all, really. And with the power of the internet and so forth, I urge everyone to go out and watch them all. But them's my opinions. What's yours? And yours and yours and yours. Just let me know, like I say, all down below. Like, subscribe, comment, and tell your friends and everything. And in the words of the new Cyrus, send the word.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.